Hey, Thrand here.
Hey, this is Eldgrimr.
And today we have the Medieval Shoppe Medieval Broadhead Hunting Arrow. And this is an excellent example of anything you'd find in history.
That's right. This is a great replica.
It is so close that historians might have problems telling the difference if they were in a museum and took it.
That's true.
This is still, and always will be, especially the quality, this is the most effective killing arrow ever made. And matter of fact, that's why they use them to this day. If you shoot somebody with this, or an animal, that's not armored in a way that could stop it, they're going to bleed out profusely, quickly, and die.
That's right.
And
well, and that's what makes these necessary for hunting. You know, especially here in the United States, we have wildlife fisheries. It gives you a measurement. This falls into those measurements.
It's about 3/4 inches across, 1-inch blades.
Makes
and
it legal.
You can make it razor sharp.
And that's why they force you to use these. You can't use anything else because you want your target to bleed out so that you can recover your kill quickly. And this will do exactly that.
And we have a hypothesis. I know they say this is for hunting, but I know in the Dark Ages, back in the Viking Age, that men carried their hunting bows into battle, and they used these type of arrows to kill each other. The reason why, these are still the best. A bodkin can pierce armor, yes, but it causes a very small ice pick-like wound that when you pull the arrow out, that's the size of it. It looks like an ice pick, and it doesn't bleed out quickly. Unless you hit the brain or the spine, the animal or the person's not going to just instantly drop.
That's right.
So the idea we have is we want to test this today against different types of armor and for blood loss against a bodkin we've made. And I think it's going to prove that we believe, and there's beyond a shadow of a doubt, that that's what they used in combat.
That you would carry it like say Green Arrow or Hawkeye, where you'd have a variety of different arrows for different purposes at different times.
Plus, troops always had to eat, so they would have carried these for hunting. And this one's got a little feature where, since it's socketed, it's easy to mount. You just have to shape the stick. But let's say if you have long fletchings, like back in the actual medieval era, they'd be longer than this in these modern arrows. You could set it, if you want it, let's say horizontal for going into a person, or you could just take it right off and set it vertical, straight up and down.
Yeah, that'll hunt in your four-legged game.
Right, if we're going in between the ribs, if you want to actually go in and not get caught. I think this would cut through bone, if you ask me.
I think so, and I think that our hypothesis about the Levy armor, that lower grade armor like the gambeson, the brushed leather coats, I don't think those are going to be very effective unless they're in such extreme amounts of thickness. I think that they'd have to be so extremely thick to stop this, that if we put
puncturing is the bane. It'll stop an edge from cutting through, but a lot of times puncturing is the bane. Thrusting will go through. So I'm assuming this is going to prove effective.
I think if we use the amount of armoring that a Levy would typically be wearing, that he could afford to wear, I think this is going to perform very well, and I think our hypothesis is correct.
I would say only about 20% of the opponents on the field, 20-30% depending on the time period, would even have armor that could stop this. So I think that these would be still widely used, even without war bows, great, long bows. With this is a hunting style arrow, and this is what it's designed to fit, and I believe this is what would have been used. So we're going to try our hypothesis right now.
Yeah, let's check. Look, first we're going to check out the bleed, and then we'll move into testing the armor.
For sure.
All right. Let's check it out and see what it does.
All right. Okay, what we've done here is we have a bodkin that we've created. That's made out of practice points, so it's probably not as long as it should be, but it's the proper shape to punch through metal. We're going to compare that against this broadhead arrow that's designed for bleed and killing, and see what kind of blood loss we get. So let's look at this. Shooting here, probably not way too powerfully, but enough to see what kind of blood loss we get. And I see a little trickle, but
that's
not much.
Completely unimpressive.
I don't see any blood loss unless you pull that out. I'm not seeing how you're going to get it.
You can see it running down the shaft of the arrow here, but to be honest with you, it's not significant enough that if you were smart enough not to pull this out, it's better than just a sharpened stick. That's for sure, but still, I just don't. Yeah, unless the person will dumb enough to just do this.
Which is what most humans might do in response to reflexes after the animal.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and try the other one out.
I'm excited to see how the Broadhead does in this situation. If it's anything like Olympic, I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, we have the Medieval Shoppe Hunting Broadhead, and we're going to go ahead and try that and see what kind of blood loss we get from this, and I'll do about the same draw. Wow. That is a major difference in
Dang,
blood
look at
loss.
the gash on that, man.
I drew about the same draw, so I did that on intentionally.
That sliced it right open. I mean, there's no resistance at all.
And the edge actually cut our barrel because it actually went down at an angle we might not shoot from. But look how quick that's bleeding. I'm not putting anything on it. So these are the most effective method for killing.
For killing unarmored or light armored people.
Or animals.
Or animals.
As a matter of fact, this is what Robin Hood got caught with. He didn't have blunt, so he was supposed to hunt small game. He had these. The only two people who had it. Someone poaching the king's deer, and somebody that was hunting. So that's why he originally got locked up and then got away and became the higher than he was.
All right, man.
According to legend.
Well, let's see if we can't test this against some actual meat and maybe put some like Gamison style or lemon style armor on.
That's the
See what
show.
happens.
The show, for sure.
All right.
All right, we know this isn't a true historical Viking, but we made the proper design to punch a hole in the plate, and we wanted to just try it out to see what we get. It's not as elongated as most of them, but it is a triangular design. Let's see what this will do. Well, it didn't seem to do much, but it put a nice dent.
Oh, that'll hurt.
That's a triangular. Yeah,
That would hurt, dude.
that's a good breastplate.
That's got to be painful anyway. I mean, it wouldn't kill you, it wouldn't really injure you, but it'd probably be like getting shot through a bulletproof vest.
Oh, well, swords have an old pierce out.
Yeah. Well, at least we proved that the vodka point isn't much better during a plate era.
Not much. It could possibly go through, but it'd have to be in a war bow. This was testing it on a hunting style bow. Yeah, so I think if we had more force here, we could have possibly made it through.
Right.
But not by far, by a few inches.
Well, let's check out what the Broadhead can do.
Most definitely.
Not against plate, but let's see what it does against some light
Look at that dent through there. That almost pierced. Yeah. I think there is a small piercing. All right, what we've got here is the Medieval Broadhead that we're here to test today. And we've got 16 layers of linen. Now that's commonly what was used in a gambeson, like if they used a light kind of stitched together. So what we're going to do is we've got this on a piece of meat. We have a wild hog, which we'll show you in a second. A piece of hog meat, pig, and we're going to try to shoot through this. We're trying to see if we can actually pierce that and what it does to the flesh underneath. So let's shoot this and see what we can do.
Ooh!
That's 16 layers, and I'm looking at the hole that I did not want it to be. Let's see how far we went all the way through to the back. Oh yes, we want to show.
This.
We bought this package and we're going to do it.
This is what.
Without the plastic. You can see the hole is all over.
That's brutal.
And you can see it's coming
Through
right
and
back.
through.
And we got the blood coming out.
All the juice and all that, nice.
Yeah, so that is definitely a kill. 16 non-stop. More layers could be used, but you have to be very rich to try to get that many layers of linen. You might as well have leather or something. So let's try that. We'll throw some leather on with the linen and see that.
It's a great
Let's
idea.
try that next.
Yeah, I'm eager to see how that works out.
All right, we've got the Medieval Hunting Broadhead from Medieval Shop, and we're going to try this on 3 layers of 7-ounce leather over the 16 layers of light linen. So we'll see what this does. This could be an actual armor somebody could be wearing trying to protect themselves from this type of arrow. But this is a superior quality arrow, and we'd like to see what it does. And it looks like it went through all 3 layers and in. So I don't think this would be a true protection. I'm not sure how far in it went. Take this off. I see it went through all 3 layers. I'm sorry, 3 inches is probably it. Unless you had nail or wore like so many layers of linen and hide, I don't think you're going to stop this. As razor sharp as the quality of this arrowhead, it went through. A lot of arrowheads probably couldn't have gone through as well. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, Medieval Shop, for letting us test such a